Stick with basketball, shall we? Even with a sore foot, Kevin Durant led the Thunder to beat the Grizzlies last night. Durant had 26 points in the 105-89 win. Westbrook only went 4 of 15 from the floor, but was a perfect 15 from 15 from the free throw line, tying his career high for most free throws without a miss. So take a look. OKC snaps Memphis' 2-game win streak and heads into the All-Star break with a win, putting them just a half game out from clinching a playoff spot. What do you expect from the Thunder moving forward? So we have our All-Star break. Stephen A., you said they were coming. What do you expect from them?
Well, listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant are 2 of the top 5 players in the world. And when they are on their game, they are simply unstoppable. And I believe the pride, the warrior, the assassin that Russell Westbrook is, along with the sniper that Kevin Durant is. I'm worried about Kevin Durant's health. That nothing else. It's almost similar to Dwayne Wade. Not similar because Dwayne Wade has been hurt significantly more than Kevin Durant. But if Dwayne Wade was healthy, trust me, Miami Heat, it'd be a different story in the Eastern Conference. I'm trying to tell you right now, if he were healthy. But that's neither here nor there. Kevin Durant had toe issues, whatever. I'm concerned about that. But if that brother gets healthy, where he does not play through pain like he did last night, and Russell Westbrook, you can't convince me that Russell Westbrook's going to sit back and just watch these other teams get ready for the playoffs while he got to sit home in April. Russell Westbrook ain't having that. He's not having that. Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant are coming. And I believe whether it's New Orleans, who shouldn't be in there just by virtue of the fact that their name is the Pelicans, which I've always hated, or the Phoenix Suns, who, by the way, have been very impressive in their own right. And I love their young guards and what have you. They just need another big man presence. I just don't believe that you're going to keep those 2 juggernauts or on the sidelines for the postseason. They will find a way to make the postseason so long as Kevin Durant gets healthy. I have no doubt in my mind. None. I never have, and I don't now.
I am with you on this. I will say this once again as a Spurs supporter. The one team in the West I fear the most is not the Clippers that you picked to win the West. It's not the Warriors who lead the West. It's not the up-and-coming Mavericks who gave the Spurs the toughest time in the playoffs last year in round 1. Even though I do fear those Mavericks if Rondo gets healthy. It's these guys. And I agree with you. It's all about that foot or the feet of Kevin Durant because he seems to have alternating problems with either foot. Last night it was the surgically repaired right foot, I believe, that bothered.
Still dropped 26 and 10.
And he hobbled back in the game and seemed to be able to spring off it pretty well. They have just been blazing hot over the last, what is it, they've won 5 out of 6 and 3 in a row, although they did take some advantage of a Memphis team that was playing back-to-back on the road last night. But still, Memphis has been playing at a high level.
Hey, but look at this. Russell Westbrook shot 4-15 from the field, but hit all 15 minutes.
It happens.
Serge Ibaka didn't do that much.
It happens.
I'm just looking at them right now. They managed to win this game by 16 points despite not best
Mitch
effort.
McGarry didn't do much, and he go 0 for 3.
0 for 3, 0 points.
But Mitch McGarry, just here in the last, 10 days, and heck, week, has given them some new energy off the bench, a little athletic size that maybe they haven't had before. So I look for him to continue to rise and shine through the end of the year.
It's a good pickup by
President. So it was a good.
Like
well, he always when is he not missed?
Preston knows what he's doing.
Listen, Anthony Morrow, he's given them some 3-point shooting toughness. They still have issues with Reggie Jackson. I don't know how they're going to resolve them, if they're going to move him. I don't know what's going to happen. But right now, this team is the biggest threat to my Spurs, who, by the way, you can laugh at this, played their best game in about 2 months last night in Detroit. I saw the Spurs last night of last year. And so maybe it's about time. Maybe it's about time for them to come back.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
So I don't disagree with you. Listen, it comes down to Serge Ibaka's got to give you something, but that's come playoff time.
Yeah.
To get to the playoffs, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook could ride you to the playoffs.
Heck yes.
They can ride you to the playoffs. Now, once they get there, Serge Ibaka's got to play back.
Did you watch the game last night? Ibaka got his nose.
I didn't watch all of it.
Zebo came down on it really hard. All right.
He'll be all right.
I think he's all right.
Fine. I think he's going to be able to play. We leave it there. When we come back, again, they are the two of the best teams in the NBA. But is there any reason for concern in Golden State or Atlanta? Someone thinks there is. Why is that? We discuss it after the break. So, again, I've told you several times throughout the show, don't forget to join us tomorrow, Celsius at Bryant Park. Kevin Hart confirmed with other guests. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. It is free, F-R-E-E, one of my favorite words in the dictionary. We'll see you tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, folks.
You can tell in your tone in the press conference, and then Tom Brady also in the press conference, you could tell that it was nonsense. Now, where did it come from? You know where it came from. Did it come from Mike Holtz? Is that where it came from?
Dave, we're just out there playing a game, doing the best we can.
I heard that the guy intercepts the pass, and he takes the ball over, hands it to his guy, he deflates it, and then they say, hey, look at this ball, it's got no air in it. Is that what happened?
We're going to bring you in to testify when we get the investigation next month.
I'm ready. Swear me in. I'm ready to go.
Wow, okay. So it was some malarkey, so says one David Letterman. Despite his best efforts, Bill Belichick is still Bill Belichick. Stephen A., your thoughts?
You want me to go first? I'll take
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'll do it. David Letterman was way, way, way better than Bill Belichick was last night because the whole thing degenerated into David Letterman bouncing jokes off the stone wall that was the usual Bill Belichick. So he went with all kinds of conspiracy theories, which I appreciated. He did the you know that I know that you know that I know that you know that I know. Belichick wouldn't bite on that. Then he went with the conspiracy theory that the Colts, DeQuell Jackson intercepts the ball, and on the Colts sideline, they deflated the football. Belichick wouldn't bite on that. And then he went with, come on, Bill, what about the kid took the ball into the bathroom for 90 seconds and then made a fairly funny joke about older men, how long it takes them to use the bathroom, which was sort of the highlight of the interview and actually made Bill Belichick chuckle. But the only nugget that came out of it, the only small newsy note that came out of it, is that Belichick at the end, as we just heard, dropped the little note that when the investigation happens next month. So time out. The National Football League isn't going to investigate this until next month? Do they not want this to fade from everybody's memory? It seemed like it happened months ago now, and they couldn't, that week in between, that off week before the Super Bowl, they couldn't nail down an investigation and get to the bottom of it because they didn't want to get to the bottom of it because they wanted the Super Bowl to be played without any more ongoing controversy.
And I think they want the residual effects of the Super Bowl to be as they are before and let folks enjoy that before they really delve right back into this.
Are they really going to delve?
Well, that's the question mark. But I think their thinking is that let them enjoy their Super Bowl championship, reap all the allure, the benefits of it, et cetera, and then we'll deal with it from that perspective. I had no problem with his appearance. I actually thought that, David Letterman was absolutely hysterical, and
Very funny.
You know that I know that you know.
Yeah.
That I know.
It was funny.
It was really funny, and Bill Belichick laughing about it. I mean, you knew he wasn't going to say anything about it. It's okay. We'll find out whatever the NFL wants us to find out in due time.
So we didn't actually exactly see the other side of Bill Belichick.
No.
I think we saw the press conference side of Bill Belichick
and
for the most part.
And a chuckle here and there. I hear he has a great sense of humor when he's not in front of an audience.
We never get to see that. I do hear rumors of that, but I have my doubts about that.
All right, so let me tell you what, folks. Please join us. It's tomorrow, February 13th, 8:30 a.m. is when the doors open. Celsius Restaurant, Bryant Park. Kevin Hart will be there. Skip and Stephen A. will be there. I'll be there. Everybody will be there.
Kevin Hart will be there again?
For what?
Oh, God.
Well, I mean,
Kevin,
listen,
we
man.
love you.
Listen, I don't see him I'm not trying to do his job. What's he trying to do? He sat there and said, I can do Stephen A's job. All I got to do is talk to myself. Look at myself, make my
Stephen A., you have done some acting, and you do consider yourself a bit of a comedian when holding court with people.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you do.
No. I make people laugh totally by accident. If I try to do it intentionally, it would never work. I am no comedian. Kevin Hart's got that down pat. But he needs to leave the sports to me because he don't know about it, and he certainly can't play it.
Uh-oh.
I'll see you in New York
That's right, I said it,
tomorrow,
Kevin.
folks.
That's
Kevin,
right, I said it.
Please come on the show.